The pitch to the sideline, the calls that shape the game. Welcome to Excellence in Action, the referee show here on islandstats.com, where we dabble in the world of officiating, dissect the decisions, and celebrate the men and women in the middle. Join us each week as we chat with top officials, analyze controversial moments, and explore the challenges and triumphs of being a referee. Get inside perspective on the rules, the pressure, and the split second judgments that can make or break a match. It's more than just whistles and flags, it's excellence in action. Now let's get to the show. Well, good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Referee Corner here on islandstats.com. Excellence in Action. I'm joined by Cleon Colley and Mojo Gale. First of all, both of you, welcome to Bermuda. And I'm going to start off by saying thank you very, very much for assisting the Bermuda Football Association. Just your presence here allows us to have our leagues continue, as well as other colleagues around the Caribbean that have come before you and will come after you. But we welcome you, and we want to encourage you to come back anytime you're available to keep assisting us here. But let's get started. I want to start with you, Mojo. Obviously, from a youngster, were you into football as a player?
Yes, I was. I started off playing football before I transitioned into being a referee.
So changing that mindset from a player to an official, before becoming an official, what was that transition like for you?
Well, to be completely honest, I didn't want to do it because my dream was to become a footballer, not a referee.
Okay.
However, I was persuaded by a few colleagues that I know. They told me about, the benefits and the opportunities of being a referee, and I'm like, okay, I will give it a try. And from there on out, it's history.
Ah, what about you, Colin? Cleo, sorry. Did you don boots first?
Yeah, I used to play as well. I used to
Yeah.
play as well. Yeah, so when I was going to school, actually, I used to play for the school. So the teacher told me, well, if I want to play again, I have to come to this referee course. So that's
Oh,
how I end
wow.
up. Yeah, so that's how I end up playing. I mean, that's how I end up refereeing.
Yeah. Now, when you start out, obviously you know about FIFA, you know about CONCACAF, you know about CFU, you see your national teams playing and everything. Did you know that, or did you have any idea that a referee or a referee assistant would be able to travel just as much, if not more, than the national team itself?
At first, for me, no, I didn't. But as I get more and more involved in it, yes.
Yeah. Mojo, for you, what's been the encouraging thing that keeps you going and keeps you, you know, because obviously whenever someone's on a job, they say, I'm tired of this job, I'm going to find another job. But what keeps you going, knowing that you can not only see the world but have an opportunity to do something that you really really love.
For me, it would be for the love of the game. I love football.
Okay.
My One of my biggest motivation, just being out there in the atmosphere in a big stadium.
Mm,
Just seeing top players all over that you probably might never meet if you weren't doing that type of thing. So it's a
right.
good feeling, to be out there and to continue to motivate yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is it like, back at home when officiating local matches? Because obviously, once you start going, I mean, you do international stuff. A lot of people look at you differently, and you know what I mean. And your presence is recognized a little different. But what is it like for you when you're doing domestic games back in Barbados?
For me, back home, and the men's game is very challenging because majority of these players I have either played with before or
Uh-huh.
I had some interactions with going to school or stuff like that. So it's hard. It was harder before. Before I become FIFA, it was harder before. But now I'm FIFA. they respect me a bit more. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mojo, what was it like learning all the rules? Because obviously, even when I played, I thought I knew every rule in the book. Referee, what you learn for? That's not a foul. That's not offside. That,
Yeah,
so,
it was
but
the same for me. I knew some of it until
right,
I started doing refereeing, and I was like, "What? That was really a foul? A card? That was red card?" So yeah, it's a different experience when playing versus officiating. Totally different. You learn so many things.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you both, because you're in the changing room. You could be with referee assistants. You could be the referee assistant for the day or whatever. What do you find most challenging, if from a referee assistant standpoint? What do you find most challenging? I'll start with you, Mojo. Let's start with you with that.
Well, I've never been in the middle.
Right. So
I've
So this is a good question for you then.
I've only ever been on the line. So
Right.
assistant referee for 7 years. So that's just my role.
Okay. So what do you find challenging as a referee assistant?
At times, well, for mostly, well, any assistant referee can tell you that staying in line, getting your alignment to call offside is probably the most challenging thing.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to be there. You can't be ahead or behind. You have to be exactly there. So that's one
Mm,
of the many challenges we have.
yeah. Yeah. Carly, what about you? You're in the middle, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So you heard from an assistant referee what's most challenging for her. As a referee, what do you find most challenging?
For a referee, more challenging is the for me making the big decisions. You know, you have to have heart, you have to have courage to make that big decision. I mean, being a bit, but you being there, or you
Hmm.
have the ability to see where the contact or where the challenge happened.
Hmm.
It give you courage. You know, it's the players will look around and say, "Oh, the referee is right there." So yeah, I'm confident in his decision. He's right. The decision that you make, because no, you're right there. You have the presence. You have the personality. So you being there is, yeah, it's,
Hmm.
yeah.
Now, obviously, now you have equipment to kind of communicate amongst yourselves. Now, many people know when you're playing football, having something in your ear, hanging from your head, just on you, even the buzzer around your arm. How long did it take for you to adjust to that, Kali?
It didn't take long actually, because back home we first started using the flags first. So we have flags that have beeper flags. So
Yes.
normally, as a referee, when the assistant go up for offside and they press the button, you got a
Uh-huh.
vibration on your hand. So you automatically know there's an infringement in the game. So you
Right.
look around to where infringement is. So
Right.
it's easy.
Yeah. Now, Mojo, did you find it difficult at times, especially having a headset attached to you, trying to communicate as you're running, up and down the line?
No, I have no difficulty. It's very light. So
Right.
there on your arm. Probably the only challenge you might have if it's like not working properly. But other
Ah,
easy to use. So yeah.
okay. Okay. Carly, what has changed for you, the game itself, over the years since being a player and now being an official? What has changed for you in your eyes in football?
Repeat the question again. You were breaking up just now.
Oh, sorry. What has changed from being a player to now being an official? What has changed in your eyes in football?
Um, respect of the game.
Uh,
Um, no, respect of the game for me. Yeah.
that is a big. I mean, that's a global thing that needs to be addressed in the right manner to kind of
Yeah.
stop it. I constantly see videos of referees being just attacked for making a decision, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you show the person a red card, and what they missed 3 games, but it's steadily getting worse and worse and worse. Mojo, do you fear, you know, whenever there's a game, now we all know that there's always rivalries back at home. It's rivalries in Bermuda when teams are fighting for either the title or relegation or just don't like each other. When you are faced with these games domestically, how do you approach it?
Well, for us, whatever happens at the game, just finishes there. There's no, anyone going for you to personally attack you. So
Uh,
even though we have a different culture, it's not that bad. So really worry. Once
right.
we have security at the venues and it's all squashed from there, then it's fine. Unless it's life threatening, then
Sure.
you do something different.
Sure.
Yeah.
Carly, do you remember the first international match you done as a referee?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
So take me through when you're contacted that this will be the match you're doing, and then how it affected you traveling to the game, you doing the game. Take us through that scenario, because obviously every player, when you're a player, when you get that call that you're playing in a national team, that's excitement. So take us through
Yeah,
that
sure.
first call that you're going to be in the middle of an international match.
So actually, it was my first international match was on the 14th at the CFU tournament. I was Dominican Republic versus Panama
Oh, boy.
in the Dominican Republic on the 14th. Yes. So you don't know, like, two Spanish-speaking countries, don't know they're always rivals at big age. No matter
Yes.
what sport they play, it's always rivals. So leading up to the train to this game, I keep talking. I keep telling my team, fellas, you have to pay attention to this game. You have to stay focused. First thing, you have to look for mass confrontation. That
Yes.
is main focus on this game for me. So leading up to the game now, my team was confident. It was good. So we get to the venue, warm up, pretty good. Everything was going nice. The fans came with the bands, drums, and for me, it was the first time seeing something like this. Like even for on the 14. I mean, I normally I watch on TV for big man football. So people come with the bands, and it was loud. It was loud
Right.
on the 14th. So for me, I was kind of nervous. So okay, I got into the game, and in the 16th minute of the game, boom, a red card, mass competition. Yes, 16th minute of the game. So I issued a red card. The player had to leave the field. The player leave the field. He kicked open the fence. It had a gate, so he kicked it open, and
Yeah.
I had a reporter right there. Almost hit her. Remember for a lifetime.
Wow. Well, at least you got that
After
excitement out of
that,
the
I
game.
get on Dominican had lost in the game 2-0. So, and after the game, it was beer chants on the stand. Pay them no mind because my job was already finished.
Right.
My job done. I did sport, and then that was it.
Mojo, you back? Your camera went off. I tell you what, just if you can hear me, just go out and come back in, and I'll bring you back in, and you can join back into the conversation. So Carly, now that you had that experience at the 14, you go back home. How do you analyze what you've been through to say, okay, these situations happen. You've seen these situations happen at the senior level. Now it's happening at the 14 level. But how do you analyze, what you've been able to accomplish, and then set you up for your next game?
So what I did, or what I normally do is when I get my appointment from the game, so I create like a group chat. I create a group chat with my 2 assistants and my 4th official. So in that group chat, I will say, well, this is the troublemaker players. This is the players that we have to watch. So I give instructions to my team. So my ARs, I tell them, okay, guys, you help me with off the ball challenges. And for my 4th official, you control the technical area. I don't want no nonsense. Any nonsense, I issue in cards. It don't matter what time of the game, and that is how we're gonna go and control this game. And in events like this, for games like this, for trouble games, the first foul, it must be big.
Yeah.
If that first foul ain't big, you have problems throughout the game.
Right. What excites you the most about what you're doing as far as refereeing?
Just being able to officiate. I mean, like before, I was like refereeing. We're not gonna do that, yes. But now, I every day I look forward to go and referee again. What excites me most about refereeing right now is the ability to make those decisions, especially the big ones, especially in the penalty area. You know
Right.
and be
Yeah.
able to be in control. Like
Yeah. Good stuff. Mojo, I'm going to jump back to you and ask you the same question that I asked Kali. Do you remember your first international match? Where was it, and what was it like when you would have gotten the call or the message that you'd be doing an international match?
Well, I can tell you it wasn't as excited as Cleon because I was home. I was at home. So for me, my first international was the same on CFU under 14 girls challenge series. It
Uh-huh.
was hosted in Jamaica, so I was home. So I was happy, but the was unhappy
Right.
because I wanted to leave. So for me, it was a normal experience, to be honest. I was excited nonetheless, but it was just normal for because you're girls and so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that much excitement as Clea and Cully's. It's pretty normal for me.
Sure. When
However,
yeah,
going
yeah.
out there, I had to do the opening game, so I was a bit nervous because opening games people are always watching
Yes.
from the start to finish. So and there was a lot of people behind me, so whew, nervous in the hot sun. But yeah, apart from that, I just went out there and performed my duties to the best of my abilities, and that was it.
Mm, yeah. Now, have you both been to that Next Gen, the CFU Next Gen referee uh, clinics that they put on?
Well, the next gen claims they put on is mostly for referees. I have attended it. Yeah, I have been to it. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it like? Because I mean, you're in an environment where you have so many different cultures, all from the Caribbean and sort of thing. But what is it like when you're all amongst each other and you're just communicating with each other and learning from each other?
At first, on the first day, it'd be like, everybody in their own space. Like, see, like after it goes on days, and like by the third day, you
Uh-huh.
get to know each other. So what makes it fun is that you get to learn about different culture, and you get to learn
Mhm.
about people personality and stuff like that. So it's a plus. It's a plus because I could say, okay, look how I come to Bermuda.
Mhm.
I meet Omari at Next Gen. So I was like,
Right.
yeah, Omari, I'm coming to your country, so probably can link up and do something. So like getting that opportunity to go on Next Gen is very good.
Yeah. 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 Now, Mojo, how did you hear about the opportunities to come to Bermuda to officiate?
Well, through Mr. Williams. Yeah,
You
I
regret giving me your number, don't you?
no, it's okay. Truth be told, my mom lives here, so
Oh,
I'm not really a stranger. Yeah, I'm
okay.
sure. Yeah, so it
All
was
right. Huh, look at that. You heard.
yes, yes.
Nice. And Carly, how did you hear about? Obviously, you've met Amari, but how did you hear about the fact that there's always a possibility that you can come to a place like Bermuda and officiate?
Well, there are two guys from my country that came here before. I was like, guys, you need to get me here. You need to get me here. They was like, hold on. It's a process. Okay, no problem. So,
Oh, they were hiding it
so
from you.
yeah. Well, so when I was well, I went to Honduras, and then when I came back from Honduras, they had the U14 challenge. You had a next gen course in Barbados.
Right.
So one of the guys said, "Well, Mr. Williams is going to be here, and I'm going to take you to meet him." So on the night in question, when we went to meet Mr. Williams, and I was like, "Bro, this man look vexed. You sure is the right time to talk to him right now?" He said, "Man, let's come and meet the man." So I said, "Cool." So the night I said, I went. I said, "Good night, Mr. Williams. My name is Cleon Colley. I am this. I am that." He said, "Okay, no problem." When we exchanged numbers right there and then he said, "This is how it goes to come to my country." And then I signed up the work permit.
Uh-huh.
So I had to wait. The guy was like, "Yo, you have to wait 6 months." I said, "6 months, boy?" I said, "Cool." I'm gonna wait the 6 months. I'm gonna wait the 6 months. And then eventually a guy from Trinidad, he came here.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Bro, message Mr. Williams and ask if the thing come true." I was like, "I don't like to harass nobody, you know." So I end up messaging him. I said, "Mr. Williams, not to be a bother. Could you check on the work permit for me and stuff?" He said, "No problem." The next day, he checked on it and he asked me, "Yes, can you fly today?" I was like,
You're welcome.
"Yeah." Yeah. He was like, "Can you fly today?" I was like, "Yes, whenever you need," because I work for my dad. So he told him can leave anytime. Then we were looking for ticket and he was like, "No, well, I'm going to fly tomorrow." And I fly the next day and I was in
Right.
Bermuda.
Oh wow! Look
Yeah.
at that. How things work. How things work. Yeah. So give me your impression, Mojo, of the football level in Bermuda that you've seen.
Well, I
Be
it's
honest. Be honest.
not okay. If I have to compare it back home, for me, they would be like second tier.
Okay.
Yeah. But however, I think the last time I came here versus now, there have been a few improvements, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Development is always a good thing. I
Right.
just you guys need to just continue working, and I'm pretty sure you guys can get there.
Sure. Sure.
Have a
Sure.
big Bermuda Premier FA Cup, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
possible. So yeah,
Always a possibility.
yeah.
Carly, working with have you worked with the youngsters in the referee program since you've been here?
Yes, I did. It was a
What,
pleasure. I enjoyed
what
that.
what's that?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What did you think about that program itself? Being in Bermuda.
I find it's a very good program. Sorry, a very great program. To be honest, like when I got a chance, when I had a chance to go,
Uh
I
huh.
was like so excited. And when I get there, I was like, I didn't expect much, but when I got there
Uh
and I
huh.
see like they were ready, like they had the whistles and they had the cars and stuff, I was like, yeah, they're ready to go. So to me, I was so motivated to be a part of that program for that day, and
Hmm.
but I even take the idea back to my back to Barbados as well. So
Right.
when I go back, I have to go to some schools to
Right.
introduce it to them.
Ah. Ah. What about you, Mojo? Going to that, seeing so many youngsters, not just boys but girls as well.
Well, I've never been,
Oh,
in
you have it?
youth program. No, I haven't got the opportunity as yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Williams is watching, so your phone will ring right after. No, girl.
But I mean, it's good to have the youngsters start early,
Hmm.
get them nurtured from early. It's really good. So the more they get older, they would have already been equipped with certain knowledge,
Hmm.
and they already have the equipment. So it's good that we start from young. It would just be one smooth sailing going forward.
Yeah.
They continue.
Yeah. Let me ask, how excited are you guys that the World Cup next year is in our region? We're as CONCACAF, we're hosting it, and there's a possibility, hey, somebody that you know or you may get that call to take part. How exciting is it for you?
For me, it's very
Yeah.
exciting because we have a couple of guys from the Caribbean, two from Jamaica, I think one from Trinidad. Oh, sorry,
Uh
two from
huh.
Trinidad. I find it very very good because if when they get picked, not if when they get picked, because they've been doing quite a good job so far.
Uh
When they
huh.
get picked, and they get the opportunity, I feel that they will grab it with both hands, and that will open door for more Caribbean talent referees to
Yes.
go on the big stage. For me,
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Well, again, I want to thank you both for assisting the Bermuda Football Association in making sure that our leagues are able to continue and come to an end. We are coming to the last weekend of the regular season this weekend coming up. And then obviously it's the FA Cup final. And hopefully we could get to see more of you here next season. And help, you help us, we help you in so many different ways. So again, thank you very, very much. And we look forward to seeing you again in Bermuda. Well, Mojo, you're home. So
Thank you for having us.
all right. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
righty. Enjoy the rest of your stay.
Thank you.
Okay.